If you have driven through Abuja, chances are that you have used this road without really knowing the story behind it. Today, it is known to many people as the Goodluck Jonathan Expressway. But before the name, before the bridges, that is before the traffic and the development that now surround it, it was simply known as the Inner Southern Expressway, which is the ISEX. And if you refer back to our previous videos on the master plan and the circulation route, you would find out that, as I've mentioned, we have four major circulation routes in the FCT, and they are the OSEX, the ONEX, the INEX, the ISEX, right? Which aids connectivity and links people from one point of the city to another, right? And Abuja, you need to understand that to understand the ISEX, you first of all have to understand the idea behind Abuja's road network. Abuja was not designed like an ordinary city in Nigeria. Abuja was not designed like just any other city here in the country. It was planned. The FCT was structured around a hierarchy of expressways, parkways, and arterial roads, with the different development phases of the city connected by major transportation corridors. And sitting with that network is the ISEX, right? One of the most important east-west routes on the southern side of the city. Now, the idea was simple but very, very strategic, to create a major corridor that could move traffic across the southern flank of Abuja, connect the city center to other major roads, and ultimately connect into the wider Abuja Kefi transportation corridor. This is why the ISEX is much more than just the road you see in front of you. It is a part of a much bigger transportation system within the city. The modern history of the ISEX project takes us back to 2010, when the FCT Capital Development Authority awarded the extension project in January 2010 and construction undertaken by Salini. The project was significant. It involved a major urban motorway, bridges, drainage infrastructure, and multiple interchanges. But by 2014, reports showed that the project was already substantially advanced, with 3 of the 4 major bridges completed and about 88.6% of the work, let's say 85 to 88 actually, percent of the work recorded completed at that point. But the Abuja's infrastructure story has always been one of ambitious meeting the realities of funding, construction, and time. And the ISEX was no different. This particular road, it wasn't different. This road was originally designed as a substantial multi-lane expressway, incorporating main carriageways and service roads. Eventually, the major section, about 3.5 kilometers, became one of the most recognizable pieces of infrastructure in the central business district. The contract for that section had been awarded in 2010 at about 13.39 billion naira. And the scope included major connections around the Powerhouse, Villa Gate Junction, the Shehu Shagari Way, and the Ahmedu Bello Way. And then came an important moment. On 30th January 2020, I think 2016, parts of the road were open to traffic. At the time, the road was about 90% completed, I think, but the FCT administration decided to open portions of it, specifically to relieve congestion around the city center. And this is where the road acquired the name many Abuja residents know today, Goodluck Jonathan Expressway. The name was a part of a wider federal government decision in 2015 to honor prominent Nigerians by naming major Abuja roads after them. So ISEX became the Goodluck Jonathan Expressway, but the story did not end with the opening of that first section. In fact, the bigger vision was much larger. Remember the Southern Parkway? That road is an important part of the same transportation story, because the Southern Parkway was designed to connect the city center, starting from around the National Christian Center and the CBN area through the Southern Development Corridor and towards the outer part of the city. And the Southern Parkway system was planned to run through the southern development phases of Abuja, eventually reconnecting with ISEX further to the south. Look around the ISEX corridor today, and you can see how roads influence the city and the way a city develops, right? Because infrastructure creates access, and access creates possibilities, and commercial activities follows accessibilities eventually. Residential districts become more attractive when connectivity improves and businesses look for locations that can be reached easily. And then you can trace this back to the living structure in Abuja right now, because it has often been said that more than 70 to 80% of people working inside the Abuja town, what we call the town, maybe the central business districts, we say Otako, Uye, Jabi, Jahi, just inside the main city, right, is they are all coming from they are all using this ISEX, having to come from Inyanya, Maraba, Karo, Jupeyi, and that axis. And there's a lot of story to be told about this particular road, or even the rest of the circulation routes that connects the city. And that is also because this particular road now is still developing in phases, because the one through the area 1 Galadima Games Village, right, is still currently in construction, and all of that is generally to tell you how the city is moving. Now, while I will try to also bring us so many videos like this and try to bring us up to speed on this area, my name is Dora and I'm a real estate investment advisor located in the city of Abuja, who is committed to bringing you the best of real estate education and bringing you quality real estate investment opportunities that exist in this city. And you can contact me with the number showing right on your screen for best deals in Abuja, safe, secured deals in the FCT.